Hello, peeps, folks and freaks. Welcome to Morgan Squeaks. So, today I'm going to be drawing some OCs. I made a post on Threads asking people to give me their OCs and give me some lore. And so, I went through them and I chose 3 to draw. I might get to the rest later, I don't know. I'm kinda tired. I'm always tired. But let's get to it. So the first one we have here is Galflamage. I don't know if I pronounced that right. She looks pretty cute though. She looks like she'd be a little chaos gremlin. This character looks interesting. She's betrayed. I like the sketchy art style. This character is named Gianni. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right either. And he's got herpes. That must be so great. And this OC is named Luna. And she came back as a siren spirit. That'd be interesting to see at 3 AM. It's a Deltarune character. And I haven't played this game, but I heard of it. I haven't gotten to Undertale yet. But she looks like a pretty cool character. And we have this other character named Enkai. Seems like a pirate person. Cool beans. And we have another character named Hallow, and is a shapeshifter. Nice, I like the color scheme. And we have Linnea, and she seems like a pretty interesting person. And we have Hazy as well. I like the character designs. They look like they'd be in a cozy fantasy with a lot of inks, which makes no sense. I think that exists, right? Anyway, we have ZX, and we have Mia, and Serenity. I think I butchered some names there, but I like these OCs. The last one looks pretty cute. I like that one. There's a bit of Demon Slayer here. And I can't pronounce that name. I'm not gonna try. She likes the stars. She can predict the future. Oh no, she can't predict the future. So she relies on the stars. I did read these fully before I make this video, by the way. It's not like the painty style. Look at the GB. This is Leonidas Mingrad, and he's a cursed king who got stuck in a time bubble with a young god to save their people. His French is Scottish, and I don't think I'll be able to do this character justice. Some pretty good artwork we got here. I really like how the lighting and shading is done in these. This Wisteria trend that went on and I missed. Let's see what was hidden by threads. Oh, this one looks nice. Havana, and the second is her husband, the third one is Tynar. The lore is absolutely crazy. Give me the lore, I asked for it. How dare you withhold it, I'm so mad. Anyway, so I have picked 3 to draw. Unfortunately I couldn't get to all of them, even though they're all looking pretty great. But let's get to the drawing. I had to record this again because I forgot to turn the microphone on. Anyway, the reason why I chose these 3 characters specifically was because I had an idea when I saw them. You know, I just like look at this and I was like, oh, I have an idea for how to draw that. I might get to the other ones another time, but these are the 3 I had an idea for, mostly immediately. I had the clearest idea for this first one, which is why I think it turned out better than the other ones. Yeah. I have a lot of different art styles that I shift between. It really depends on what piece I'm working on, what I think will fit better. That's what I feel like doing. I feel like this one turned out looking a little bit more like anime. Might be because of the eyes. Probably because of the eyes. You'll not be able to see it here, but I actually started drawing this hand backwards and I struggled a bit. You're not seeing this in the speed paint because I pressed undo. I mean to record some of my traditional art as well, but it's kind of harder to record than digital art because I can just get the speed paint after I finish drawing, when during traditional art I have to record it myself, if that makes sense. I think I need a better thing to hold my phone while I record. I just think I draw better when I'm not being recorded, or at least I'm not really aware of being recorded. It's like drawing in public. One thing I did mess up here was that it was supposed to be short sleeves and not this length of sleeves. I think it was supposed to be sleeveless, but I forgot that while I was drawing. Would have made it a lot easier too, because I kind of struggled with the elbow. I haven't been drawing as much this week. A lot of things have been happening, but I mean to get back into it. Maybe I'll start taking commissions. I'm not sure how to balance that with my schoolwork, but I'll get to it. I also go back and fix the arm, elbow area. So, yeah. Really appreciate that this artist gave me the flat colors, so I don't have to adjust it or guess. You know, I think I know why the other ones didn't turn out as good. I think maybe the line work, the line art was a bit too thick, and this one I just did it thinner. I should make note of that. Here I'm trying to correct the elbow, so I just redrew the elbow, and I think it's fixed now. And then putting the coloring in. Yeah, I think I made the line work too thick. But no one saw that. I do like how this character has goggles just for cutting onions. That'd be pretty helpful. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I mean, I wear glasses, but it doesn't really help. I'm not sure, but I think when you cut onions, it's not really your eyeballs. I think it's your nose, and it emits some sort of smell that makes you tear up. I'm not sure. Because what if I wave onions in front of my eyeballs? I don't have a problem, but it's just when you're cutting them, that's when you get a problem. I think it's some sort of smell. Cooked onions taste kind of good. I don't really like raw onions. Anyway, around here I'm gonna start with the shading. I think I did best with the shading on this piece versus the other two. And people ask me, how do I draw? And like, can you tell me how you draw? And I would love to tell you, but I don't really know either, buddy. I just do it, and then I stare at the wall saying I can't draw, and then I go draw. Sometimes, you know, I actually kind of like drawing clothes, or at least coloring them and doing all the folds. I think the reflection on the goggles actually turned out okay here. I had some trouble with the pupils when I was doing the eyeballs, but it turned out okay, I think. Oh, I actually tried to color in the outline for once. I don't really do this usually, but people say it makes their artwork look better, and I guess it kind of does. I decided to go with the warm lighting for this piece, because I felt like warm lighting would be good here. I actually like warm lighting better than cold lighting a lot of the time. That's probably why I'm better at drawing warm lighting than cold lighting. I wasn't really sure what kind of background I wanted to do. I'm not really good at drawing backgrounds. I should probably get better at that, but I'm kind of lazy. Probably need to get better at a lot of things, but I'm also still pretty lazy. I decided to do maybe some sort of sunrise or like sunset. I'm not sure what sunrise or sunset this is. I didn't really think about it, I just made it orange and blue. And I'm just about done. And that's it for the first piece. Okay, this next character is named Yanni, and I had an idea for this character when I started drawing. I was going to do a drawing from the back view, but I had some complications. Then also remembered he was a model, so I was trying to do maybe full body, but I felt like the first idea was better, so I ended up going with that. Now I did have some trouble here with the back arm and all the arms. I did a whole anatomy study before for what to go out the window when I needed it. And I gotta do that again, it's been a while. Also had problems doing a side profile too. I'm not really the best at those. Like sometimes it works out good and sometimes it doesn't. And this time it was being complicated. This one took me about an hour and 40 minutes, around that time or so. About 2 hours to draw. So did the other one. I did some of it on one day, went to sleep, and then I did it the next day. I decided to have like the hair curl around like this because I thought it looked cool. Yeah, I really gotta adjust that back arm and the face. Something doesn't look right. But, this is around the time I probably went to sleep and then I came back to it. Wait, no, I think I actually did some more, well, tried to do some more line work and then I went to sleep. When I saw this character, it reminded me of a character I have named Shui. I think it's because of the long hair. I don't know. I thought maybe if I did the line art, it would solve my problems. Maybe that'll look better. Maybe it's just because of the sketch that looks bad. I don't know. It didn't look any better. Kinda looked better, but not really. I also decided to do something else with the sleeves. Hope no one minds the creative liberty here I took. Apparently he's blind and I haven't read the references for how to draw the eye, but I decided to just use an airbrush because that was my plan since the beginning. If you're blind and you're watching this, I'm sorry to hear that, but let's see what I can do. I forgot if I made up these brushes or if I just got them from the marketplace and then adjusted them. I don't know. I think I probably got most of them for free on the marketplace area of IBS Paint. I don't usually do the skin crossing over the hair and fading, but I really wanted to color in the eyes or show the eyes a bit more, so that's what I did. And here I had asked my sibling if they noticed anything weird, and obviously they did, so I decided to try adjusting it. I looked in the mirror and then I kept it in my brain and I copied it. I also made the picture bigger. Oh wait, no. Make the person come closer because I think they look better. And then I got to the shading for the hair. Now when I was drawing this, I was thinking immediately of doing like a city view or like a cool tone. I really suck at those and I'm not really good at drawing backgrounds, as I mentioned, but I was gonna do it anyway because I like making my life complicated. I don't script these, by the way, because I'm kind of lazy. Maybe I should script things, but I just make up things to say on the fly. It's kind of embarrassing to come home and realize your fly has been open the whole time. Hopefully no one noticed. I mean, if your shirt's long enough, then no one would probably know. That's not encouraging you to walk around with your fly open though. It may not look like much now, but trust me, the city is going to look great. As it can look with me drawing it. I did not draw all these dots by myself. I used a brush for it because I'm also lazy, and it's work smarter, not work harder. This kind of reminded me of like anthill or insect homes. And then I figured this character would be on a rooftop or something, or a balcony. I'm not sure where he lives, but maybe in a city, or has been in the city. I decided to put some lights underneath because I suppose there'd be lights on the streets, probably shining, and it looks good. I also figured that there would be lighting coming from behind, maybe from a lamp or a light from the balcony. You know, sometimes they have like lamps outside so you can see what you're doing and not run off the rails, fall to your death, I guess. I don't really go on roofs, I don't know. Decided to add some leaves, and then I wrote my name. That's about it for this drawing. Tried to move on to the next one. So I read that this character is dead, and this character is a siren-like spirit. So I decided to have the pose curving a little bit for interest, I guess, and holding a hand out to seem inviting. I struggled a bit here because I'm lazy and I didn't get a reference, but I did look inside the mirror to reference where the shoulder would go, so it turned out okay in the end. Okay, trust the process. The fingers look pretty bad, but trust the process there too. I'm going to be saying that a lot. This is what my brain was saying while I was drawing this. See, it looks fine. Around here I realized that the shoulder was a little bit off, the neck looked a little bit off. And I had to correct a lot of things before actually starting to draw. Realized the back shoulder looked a bit off. I did a lot more correction, but I think I pressed a lot of undo, so you probably won't see it. And I think it's about all the correction I did. I think it still looks a little weird, but I'm tired. And then I started on the hair. It looks a little bit bad while I'm still in the drawing stage. I didn't do a lot of sketching before this. I don't know why. I just winged it, and I didn't do sketching. I want to give the eyes a little bit of a distant look, like not completely focused on the viewer, to really capture the ghost part of the aspect. It looks better when I color it, so I used a dark blue for the hair instead of straight black. I don't know why. I think it was probably straight black anyway, but I used dark blue. I also thought it'd be interesting to have the light cast over her face, so her one eye is kind of in the shadow. Kinda. Started playing around with the multiply layers a little bit till the color looked right, and once I found the color I added some dark areas to a few other areas. Maybe I should really script these, I don't know. I was thinking of having a sparkly dress. I know you can't see it, but I figured that this dress would actually be a mermaid cut dress for like the bottom. I was thinking of a shiny pearl look, but I just went for the color using glitter, which I think turned out better than I thought it would. It was kind of like a pearl inside an oyster, without the oyster part. For some reason, doing the hair kind of reminded me of Silver Mist from Tinkerbell. It's been a long time since I've seen that show, or any of the movies. I did the colored outline thing again here for the skin, because I think it does actually make it look a little bit better. For the background, I wanted it to be a hall, but I'm not really good at drawing backgrounds. So what I did in the end was I shortened the hall and I took out the door. I also was planning for it to be a cool background. Since there was a lot of blue in the reference, I figured this would be at nighttime, which sounded appropriate. But at first I used a warm tone background. I didn't really like how this background looked, even when I tried adding shadow and lighting. I didn't really like how it looked. I felt like something was off. I tried adding a little bit of blue, which looked a bit better. Something still felt kind of off. So I tried again with a different background. I decided to just have a night sky with stars. I thought it looked pretty good, but it also looked kind of empty. So I combined the first background with the second background to make another background. And now it looks totally awesome. Yay. Anyway, then I fixed up the shading a little bit and added some more sparkle in the dress. I added some highlights, and then I also signed my name, of course. I decided to add some effects to see how it would go and to see if it looked better. And it kinda did. And with that, I finished the third drawing. And that's the end of the video. I think it's one of the longest ones I've done for like 30 minutes. But I hope it was enjoyable. Sorry about the audio. I'm not really used to doing voiceovers. I guess I'll get used to that. Toodles.